Today is the 16th day of October 2023. Well, for some man, depend on who say you day, it's on 17 already. This day, where some man be even they keep the date. Well, it don't come. Where the government of Sierra Leone and the APC, they get a dialogue. A lot of people, they say, why the government in? I say, people against what? Okay. When Peace Commission take this work, because now Peace Commission I ain't they organize this so. But remember, the APC say, they don't want shalom business. So man, they proposing, say, I mean, APC say they don't want shalom business. Inside and so, one shalom and they. Why they not say they don't want time? The Peace Commission are then the organizers. AU, Commonwealth, the all day. Now, by this talk, we for able to forget results. You still wonder, say wait to waiting na this talk. Because I see a lot of people, they say, okay, peace talk, peace dialogue, peace. Now, peace talk. Now, truth and reconciliation, part 2. Maybe that's so them for don't call and talk 2. The old man go talk 2. Yeah. Then after that, we reconcile. We come together. We come like one mama picking them. But anyway, it's a dialogue. You talk, I talk, we agree, we disagree for agree, we agree for disagree, we come to a conclusion. You done? We come to a conclusion. And that conclusion then now we go work out it. Today, Dr. Samura represents the APC. It took a long one. If I say all what he done they talk. Now the same thing no more. Now he repeats back. Well, we see Usai Dr. Sengeh represents the government. Usai ain't even apologize. Don't worry. If you want to know why make you apologize, well, I'm gonna be asked him after the program. But on a side note, Mio auntie, the mommy self. Dr. Sylvia Olainka Blyden. He saying don't carry EU them. The observer mission. Yes, the election observer mission of EU. From the head to the telele. He don't care and go Supreme Court. Because they want for defame in character. But he's saying go give you a long presser or they wait for that one day. How that is? Okay. Alright, so. Nyake wait no more. Wait no more. Yeah? Christine. Alright, so. No to ya. About the rush nobody na ya. Okay. And say if you rush, you go crush. And we get the bouncer with the crush person here. Alright. So auntie say, you know the left hand they safe. In the go na the European Union and human rights side. And like nobody no can say them get amnesty for cover them under the European Union and this and that. Hear me, auntie. Okay. I mean, auntie there, eh? You get your own game. If I tell person say not getting game, well, I don't lie. Would they probably think about waiting they go on a been to money? Now I cut out tweet that one day. Not so that they no more self. Now the one self way he talk about the dialogue. We I don't know. Well, I read for you in case you know you're waiting. It talk about the dialogue. Yeah. He say when hypocrisy meets cowardice and opportunism meets deceit, then call them dialogue. Auntie Sylvia, and I write so. He say where hypocrite business meets the one that way coward, and the one there where they look for small opportunity no more, they meet the one that way they lie. Now that one then they call dialogue. Now for make them fool, the full man them. Now they in yon big one. You ask if they against the dialogue. What he talk now? What he write now expensive for you. He said 4 months now. The one them what him up tranga one by the APC party, we in call jihadist faction, then still not able for produce the actual RRF. Anti-Sylvia. The F by the RR now form standing. Record reconciliation forms. But you know you say RRF, though you say forms back. You don't form yonder. Not to RRF form. Now RR form. That if you want to put the form deal. But anyway, it said the RRF where ECSL give to all the one them on election day. As long as them be there, now every polling station. Wait on. He said the APC party not able for produce the RR form. And they point back by ECSL. ECSL not produce the RR form. Okay. Now they go. Yeah? Now they go no more. Produce RR form. Not produce RR form. Right. Anyway, not to the entire speech where Dr. Samura make today, but Usai will the play so for you. Get for interest you. Fambulem. This is just part of to the conclusion today where Dr. Samura been talk when the dialogue been kickstart. Let's listen now.
I can easily draw your attention to the very unguided utterances and some bad faith actions by members of this illegitimate administration, especially on the eve of the dialogue. These include continuation of parliamentary sessions and threats against our elected members of parliament, mayors, chairmen, and councillors relative to their tenure and other entitlements. All meaningful political engagements of national interest are usually preceded by preambles and signaling. As a party, the APC has engaged with the stakeholders to prepare them for the dialogue and possible outcomes. In addition, we have signaled through the Peace Commission that we are coming to this dialogue with an open mind, a genuine desire for peace, and an anxious urge to reach a consensual solution that can enable the country to be back on the path to development, progress, and democracy once again. Regrettably, political posturing from some of our colleagues on the other side of this dialogue table is not sending encouraging signals to us on the APC, nor to the citizens of Sierra Leone, neither to the world at large. You cannot say you are seeking peace, but at every moment you try to put the wrong under the feet of the opposition. The targeted COI appeal cases and ongoing arrest and harassment of APC supporters are cases in point. You cannot want peace and continue to impose an acting mayor on Freetown City Council, which the SLPP lost convincingly. You cannot want to pursue peace and give ultimatums to APC elected councillors on the eve of a national dialogue. In this dialogue, we are faced with two important scenarios going forward. As a passionate but very neutral commentator indicated to me, the easy part for us, both on the dialogue table, is to stay in our entrenched positions and to dig deeper to fight only for the outcome each party believes in is right for it. For the APC to move on, it is important to look back and recognize the democratic injustice to the citizens within the context of a hastily installed illegitimate administration, as if all is normal. For the SLPP to move on, it is important to look forward while recognizing the injustice of an electoral coup against the citizens, and how this can be peacefully mitigated for now and into the future. The courageous path is to change the rules of the game and to come with a spirit of reconciliation without losing the baby with the bad water, without making the voters worse off than where they are after this unprecedented election fraud, or by avoiding a language of winning or losing, or staying strong or giving in, that boxes in our respective positions even before the dialogue starts. We have an opportunity to look for that point of equilibrium and solutions, and not where we disagree. An opportunity to put aside for this moment our party colors, intimidatory tactics, noisy supporters, and personal pride and ego, and to recognize that this is a matter of national importance, not a battleground for political giants. And finally, we have an opportunity to recognize that we need to look backwards and forwards, to be open to listening and to be mutually respectful. We in the APC are ready to do this. Are you ready, the SLP? In conclusion, we are not doing this in a vacuum. The social, economic, and political context is obviously very challenging, and our people are suffering. The economy continues to worsen, given funding squeeze and uncertainty in domestic and international investor appetite. We owe it to our citizens to put all our efforts to build cohesion and find a win-win way forward that puts the people in full position. We are all here, both as political parties and as domestic and international facilitators, because we recognize that the present electoral and other state management systems are fundamentally broken and need urgent and sustainable fixing. We cannot fulfill the country's potential if so many of our people feel that their vote was not respected. It's a test of leadership to choose what is right, even when it is difficult, or our people may criticize us for that reason. I do recognize that our shared legacy as leaders must be that we have found a way forward that puts our people and country first. Every second, every minute, every hour, and each day we spend here at this dialogue table must point us in the right direction. But first, we must unravel and accept the truth. And therefore, thereafter, we must then have the strength and creativity to identify and collectively pursue those institutional reforms that will provide us with lasting pathways to social justice and democracy. We must swallow our ego, our pride, and do what is right for our people and in the best interest of our beloved nation. Let me state that our people are curiously waiting to see what will come out of this dialogue. In this dialogue, there has to be a path to restoring democracy and the people's will. There has to be a path to bringing back the people's stolen vote. This is what the APC's leadership stands for. And certainly, it is what the APC leadership will continue to fight for. I pray that the process will be guided by the presence of and the grace of Almighty God, so that we'll have an outcome that will move this land that we love, our Sierra Leone, out of this very, very dark trajectory that it is trapped in. I thank you very much, and may God bless you all. Fathers. I thank you very much, and may God bless you all. Fathers.
All right. So, Ilayi from Dr. Samura, Matthew Wilson Kamara. Now, just part of waiting is see today. Not only entire speech or opening remarks, but mostly in a nutshell, waiting na APC then yun inside the dialogue. We suicide emphasize the people in stolen votes. And one time, he emphasized about even the acting mayor within now na FCC, the Freetown City Council. He make mention of that. Make mention of APC party members them where they under arrest. Make mention of other things them. Well, he repeatedly they call the government illegitimate government. Yeah. Repeatedly, when they refer to the government, they refer to them as the illegitimate government. Well, whatever other things then will you take out of what he say, but let come this time with the chief minister when I represent the government of Sierra Leone, their own side. Let we listen to waiting NBC on the own opening remarks.
The government is convinced that there could be several ways in which, together with counterparts in the opposition and as a nation, we can forge a progressive national partnership in governance, with each party playing according to its mandate, while at the same time ensuring that the national values of unity and peace efforts are made for continued cooperation and collaboration. Towards ensuring such cooperation and collaboration, the government of Sierra Leone will ensure that opportunities are created for continued work on critical national governance priorities going forward. The President, in his address to the House of Parliament on 3rd August 2023, directed the establishment of the National Electoral Review Committee. The government insists that this committee will be inclusive and broad-based, as His Excellency assured us on that day. And when called on, I hope that our friends in the opposition will fully participate. That won't be enough. This is why we're inviting the opposition to take responsibility, join governance, such that the things that have lasted for 20 plus years, including the constitutional review, can be completed for the progress of our country. Boycotting reforms that strengthen our democracy is not progressive. And I think across all aisles, no matter where one sits, the recommendations from our independent electoral observer bodies require constitutional reform. The recommendations of the Truth and Reconciliation require constitutional reform. When we had a constitution in 1991, we were moving from a one-party state to a multi-party state. And since then, we've had 2 coups and 4 elections. It is time to strengthen our democratic state institutions. And sitting back is not what we should be doing at this point in time. This is why I want to appeal to all of us for good reasoning. I want us to be open and sincere. And I want us to look forward towards the positive outcomes. And I appreciate that we all have said things that will make the other person turn away. And where we have, we're sorry. And I hope that other parties, other members who come to this can also take responsibilities for things that they may have said to get us where we have arrived at. Being reflective is not a position of weakness, but rather that it's a commitment that we are making to move forward. And allow me to end on a note of hope, and a reminder of what makes us a powerful people. It is not our differences that divide us, but it is in our diversity that we get united. Dr. Samura Kamara's wife is my auntie, not a distant blood auntie, a very close auntie by blood from Pujan. I mention this to say that it is our diversity in thought that must unite us. Because he's an uncle. Our religious tolerance, as demonstrated by our daily prayers that our children have in school every day. They have Christian prayer and Muslim prayer. Every program, we have Christian prayer and Muslim program. At a time when we see so much diversion in the world, it's what we should celebrate. We're known to love strangers more. We're people of resilience. And in spite of our one-party states that we've had in the past, our multiple coups, our national health and environmental disasters, we have united and marched forward. That is who Sierra Leoneans are. Ladies and gentlemen, our friends and family members were great people, and forward shall we continue to march. Before I go, and I shall not speak on behalf of the ECSL, disaggregated results exist in all of our hands. That's what the RFOs are. That's what we signed up for as a party. Everybody had representatives at polling stations. Everybody signed RF forms. Those are disaggregated results. They exist in our hands. Like I said, I will not speak for ECSL, but I'll speak for us that we're satisfied with the disaggregated results that we have. And I'm sure that the other parties who were there have their own disaggregated results. It is important that the words that we use for our members out in the public, or rather, the things that the members use do not shape our leadership roles. We're leaders. We're leaders, and it is important that we lead. And I don't say this because as an aspersion. I say this to reaffirm our commitment as leaders. We believe that in spite of our own understandings, varying understandings and perceptions of the reality, we will converge and be united at the end of this dialogue for this land that we love. Finally, we're a country of laws defined by the Constitution and all other laws that have come out of the Parliament of our country, law and order. And I want to urge all of us that during these debates, during these dialogues, we must never, never, ever speak outside of the laws of the country. Thank you. Speak outside of the laws of the country. Thank you.
We must never, ever, ever, during this debate, speak outside the laws of the country. That after he don't apologize, then he say, during the debates, by the dialogue, we must never, ever, never speak outside the laws of the country during the debates. So it's like the debates, the dialogue should be constitutional binding. And I need it try for say. Say whatever, then they go talk yonder. It will be within the laws of the land, constitutionally binding. If you ever know say Dr. Samura in ref a chief minister et anti. Yeah? Well, you don't know now today. This na nephew Sengeh and uncle Samura. And they meet up soon. Nephew represents the government. Uncle represents the opposition. And he say, and he just say, you know. Yeah. Okay. So you don't hear from both sides. Well, Lamrana been catch up with nephew Sengeh after the program. Let's listen what he say. Waiting he tell Lamrana. Well, Lamrana ask him some questions about waiting in BC. Now the podium. Listen now.
My auntie married from Pujan, and I think it's. I didn't mention it as a political tool, but it's just to show how interconnected we all are. Dr. Alpha Wuri in Peking from Binsi, now my Pujan family go married in Pujan. There is more that unites us. Right, our differences should speak to our diversity. It should speak to our unity. That they are talking about, and I think that way they want for more all go into this dialogue, and it's easy for more the fetting hala say, oh look, now in course me try it. Well, inside your family, 7 people then they jam here and there, but that doesn't change the fact that we are a really unified and strengthened country. I don't want us to project, see like we're all bad people, and we're all bad. We can make palaver, but that don't mean we're not going to meet and bind.
Okay. You say one of the highlights now, your statement where the lead facilitator say highlights now that you say sorry for whatever you could have said as a government. We don't hurt anybody. Is that coming from the heart? Is that the government, the position of the government?
Yes, I think it's an element of campaigns. We say things, and people get angry. I personally have said things that I am sorry that I said, and it's not an element of like not so we need to be forgiven. Yeah, the Bible, the Lord's Prayer, they talk about forgiveness. We need to be forgiven to ourselves. We don't punish ourselves for having done things that we did not wish we did, and we ask for forgiveness. And I think it's a way that I believe in that. I believe that that was not in my speech. Mm-hmm. That came from how I felt at that minute. And I think the important thing is if we just go by which you write, that this I say, that this I say. I never don't say that. But I recognize that I have said things that will hurt them. Of course they said things that hurt me. We could justify saying that waiting and saying that waiting happening. But that doesn't mean if I recognize that I said things that hurt them, I can't say sorry. It doesn't take away from me because I mean it.
Dr. Samura Kamara in his statement say then they can't see them with, in words, waiting to refer to an illegitimate government. Waiting a government position on that because it catalogs a lot of things we need for be done as soon as they go into this dialogue.
I think a lot of people can't say things that does not reflect the reality. I speak about our different perspectives and perceptions. I think it's an unfortunate statement. It's not the reality. If somebody say I'm not fine, I don't say I fine small, I don't go sit down and say my change, I go do face work. Or if somebody say I don't get sense, I don't say I try small. Like we should not be saying things that are that, particularly because our educated, what's not the literacy levels, very low literacy levels. We have people who incite, who hold on to words, and I don't think it's we shouldn't be saying words that are hard for people to appreciate. And I also spoke about the law. Like it's not the laws, and everybody knows it's like we are a legitimate, fully functioning government at all levels, in parliament, in the executive, and the judiciary, and so. And so they can't talk. Maybe we'll talk behind the scenes for say enough for the talk then can't say anything.
Is this a dialogue for get the opposition for participate in governance or for address the concerns them within the case? Because one of the things we say they na them the two they put at the table, they also asking for a rerun of the election.
It's a dialogue for us that will strengthen our democratic state institutions. That's the ethos with which we do the constitutional review. That's the ethos in which we develop a policy. That's the policies of government. That's the ethos in which we have invested in human capital. That's the ethos in which our big five is. We really believe as a party and as a government that we must strengthen our democratic state institutions. A major part towards strengthened democratic institutions and participation of the opposition, particularly in parliament. So it's a commitment to national development. We're here because we believe in national development, and we believe that everybody, the more voices at the table, the better. That's what we believe.
So finally, waiting the people of Sierra Leone, everybody attention to waiting could be the outcome of this dialogue, waiting them for expect.
I think they expect, say, we will have a strengthened democratic process. As a country, we've done a lot. I speak about the Peace Commission. The Truth and Reconciliation spoke about the Peace Commission, which came from the Leone Peace Accord, which then shaped the National Consultative Dialogue in 2020, which established the Peace Commission. And now today, it's brought us here. That's a big positive thing. At the end of this is not a baby organization. 3 years, now they engaged the international organization and they so. We as a people should be proud of what we've built. And I think this is not a small thing. There are many countries who can't do what we've been able to do, and to be resilient and come together in spite of our differences. And it's being shepherded by a 3-year-old organization that we put together that came from previous recommendations. So as a people, I think there will be pride in what we've been able to accomplish as a country. I anticipate that the opposition will go to parliament. I anticipate that the councils, they will take up their responsibility. I anticipate that there will be a lot more inclusive engagement in governance across various, like this independent review of the electoral bodies or the constitutional review process. We need a position for the parliament. You can't have that constitutional review that we so need as a country that we've not been able to finish for 20 years without the opposition. And because we also have to go to a referendum anyway, and that includes everybody. So we'll need them to debate in parliament those laws, take responsibility for it, pass them in parliament with a 2/3 majority. We'll require them because we don't have that. So we require them and their votes. We hope that all of them will support these processes, and then we'll go to a referendum and the people of the country will be happy, and Sierra Leone will be better for it.
You hopeful say at the end of these 3 days they will return to governance?
Absolutely. I think we will. It's a big moment for the country, and I think I'm happy they've stepped up to the plate. I think we are very positive. They're very positive. The fact that they are great. It's not a loss if they come to parliament. I know I met the opposition member there, and say, oh, APC don't lose, or this. It's not a loss. It's not a win for us if they come to parliament. Sierra Leone wins when they can participate. And I think that's the most important message, is that my APC hardline and not say, oh, then Samura don't go this, Samura don't do that, oh, then don't go allowed. No. we want there to be a fully comprehensive government running.
Okay, thank you very much. That the Chief Minister, Dr. David Moinina Sengeh, we also the lead the government delegation at this start, Dr. David Moinina Sengeh, we also the lead the government delegation at this start.
We don't some clarification from the Chief Minister. You be watch AYV on Sunday yesterday. Well, if you not be watching, Honorable Abdul Kagbo be on the phone AYV on Sunday. Also, I talk see if ECSL pull the disaggregated data right now, tomorrow, then they go to Parliament. As they pull and so, then they go to Parliament. One thing, don't they go get the young analyst then for they analyze the data with them pull. I say talk yesterday. I just hope say that statement there with the APC delegation right now, then they in sync. Because you're not going to want after they say, oh, they come to conclusion. They say they're not pulling disaggregated data, so still no they take part. Then Western people and think can we fly you. But I saw in talk. See as them pull and so then they go Parliament. You then go come to an agreement with disaggregated data, no come out. I'm just saying. I'm not saying no ever come out too. But I'm not saying I want part the thing the way APC team map that disaggregated data. Eh? And team up that one day. Yes, we're outside Dr. Samura. Just like Alamran I say. Talk about waiting a rerun of the election. Okay. But this same disaggregated data, now the chief minister say all man gets. Eh? He say all man get the disaggregate. He say not the talk for ECSLU, but all man gets that IR form na the hand. So if you get on the disaggregated data that one day. Eh? Okay. All man get her. We mean to say, when I forget about that one doing they ask for. Because all man gets. You get and so don't ask for which you get. Eh? Okay. Alright, so. Anyway. Where we stand at today. I don't put everything at table for you. What do you take? Kovinanga say, well, legit or not, what all man gets? It's all man getter. Yes, friend, what you get for we on this one today, sir?
Yeah, thanks a lot, Triple A, for giving the platform, and thanks a lot for talk we through regarding this first phase of this dialogue, where we see all the one the way they try for facilitate what they say they make a leg go before, and we know say na do that in the national peace coordinating group who get na salon, and that was a national cohesion. So now they make up this facilitating way But that area we even dey say about people commenting about what's in a peace, what's in a dialogue, from what me see, then only include the peace cohesion organization or institute holding a salon for organize and bring people who now want the with inside peace business and salon out of the boundary for let them go avoid let this so-called stalemates who they see paralyzed now with the type of paralyzed no movement you know they see any progress yet but all man they can now for can begin the progress we will cut out this dialogue this deadlock but the point here is then they come inside for avoid something we go spoil the peace and something will spoil the peace. Now, this particular argument or disagreement, because now more like a disagreement they go on now in terms of the mathematical impossibility where they claim say we come up from ECSL. In other words, the statistic, consistent. So we see again that inconsistency how outside people in comment bottom. So, but the main subject would they bring this dialogue, not disagreement from the mathematical system we come up from the ECSL. So we don't see now mediators them and facilitators. The mediators them will not say the one that way they try for bring now the talk for listen. Now the one that we don't see say some of them are the EU, most of them are the international bodies. We don't see the EU, we see the American ambassador, we see few people and the British, and a few more. And Fatimata Jallo, when I've been the lead facilitator, with that young lady been the asked about the pink, we know in our ex-president. So we see I'm in the facilitate, it's time for make she can. But when it comes to the mediators, those are the areas where we go for be very specific and look. Because the facilitators, all they do, try for go with the TRC, because then they work with that TRC. Now for that when the lady come, he meet all the stakeholders there. In the fact, the Jallo, he come, he meet some people that we go concern. But then basement, then they go on the TRC, truth and reconciliation, which go avoid let peace spoil. So, but the idea of the mediators, and that one, they were very critical. How we go look at the mediators in this area? We left the speech first, where the two representatives they give. Now, the area of waiting go make that democracy, wouldn't they say, then they undermine them. In other words, all waiting and they try for bring up can say, waiting we want, now for let the process go become nothing will spoil them. Because this, remember when Joe Biden be meet with the African leaders. Joe Biden will meet with the African leaders. We know say he even get a meeting in sometime in December. We say I like say back, let them go do the challenges them we go face. Let democracy not spoil. So the subject about democracy is about doing what the people want, or give them what they want, or do what go make all man accepting at the fine thing they do for the citizen. But each country go get in different way. Wouldn't go on for put on the scale. We own leaders and go and say, well, because of ECSL, then get the right for they not give the tabulation, so that the right if they not pull them, not to think who go and bug them for. So that now then you wait for Siam. But other side now when them mediator they are where they come from the general side, different people and where they come and they all don't make joint statements. We don't see statement they can and they still point on democracy and some of them characteristics where then they see because here is an issue of common values. So if we not get una value as a country, but then get a value, but then one value, remember we not be convert them for let them go can bring this talk. So these are the back and front who will get for expect while this thing get for go. Because all this come from the same statistics we would talk about how they're not able for bake a can at table. Coming now to coming now to Sylvia Blind in your issue, now they see say more and more of distraction. She might have a grounds, but the grounds when get for look, remember when they tell in case they according to the EU there, then get for look if that then they assess them. If they able for admit them, their case they how them go look if the merit of waiting it is show if he forget a merit for that case and the merit are the evidence. Then again, remember again, then self one at the EU, then get 14 code of conduct we then get, we then they can do as observation. Like 11, for let them go refrain, for let them not go make any passionate or premature comments about any observation wey dem dey make to the media, and we not see them do them. All dem they do na press conference. Then get some of the one they want a regulation for comply, when at 13 and then ethics, and they let them go and comply with the national laws and regulation. Well, we not see directly they interfere with that side in our suggestions we see them make. Then you get number two, then they talk about that pre-election briefing, then they do them. Then above all this now, then get the ethical aspect where they cover, then code of conduct there inside, then your own condition where they say 9262 stroke 98 pandem page, then give them all the one they want the EU observers. So for letting you go bring case day now, you get for follow a long trend, because then people there they are not having immunity, but then get one something would it protect them as ambassadors who they go represent the EU. So it look a bit like a vice versa, but a friend they give them this ethical code. So if you go put that case there, we only hope say go trigger let them people where it affects. So now then most of the time they do what they call a motion of a resolution, and when they move a motion of a resolution against your country, it is very difficult now. So now that one they will not know when they get for lift them based on this decision, on the recommendation, because we not get any reply from the EU. The EU has to do what they call a motion of resolution that will say, then why are not this they need for do, or they not do this. Just like what the US ambassador don't give restriction to traveling. So we only hope see that not go trigger even Inca for do that, because now one of the rapporteur. But we know they look to that direction. We hope see this dialogue then go able for accept the greater portions, while then they go that this process of this for them go able for reach a side where them go reach good talk. But we hope say the one then back with the facilitate then go be genuine alongside with the one that they come for can represent, because the mediator then are mostly a suggestion then they give to anything we then hold on to, because then go mediate, but the mediation not go too far. The final one na una get for take up the bitter pill of both of the two people who say una go say well we accept, we take this or we not take this. So but we only hope say it not go reach a deadlock towards the end of the 3 days when they go. We hope say then we'll able for move forward, we'll be able to get sideway, we'll get average things that will go on based on waiting all man don't complain about. We see everyone don't complain, especially with the mediators. But thanks a lot, and we only hope say we'll be able to address these challenges in a more matured way and where the country will go before. Thank you very much. Let God help the nation and have people who are thinking. Then we get people who they can't tickle, so like they are blinding, distracting, and let things go before Lord not go get anything. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Usfriend.
You're welcome. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Well, I want to say thanks to Usfriend for your contribution today. Welcome on board, Alpha. What's in you get on this one, sir?
Yeah, thanks for having me. I hope I sound audibly.
Yeah.
Okay. A big thank you to Super Usfriend. Thank God he's up and strong by the grace of God. I think for me, I pick a few things what I want to bring at the table. First of all, I will start with Dr. Samura Kamara, which I pick from there, and then I'll come back to the Chief Minister, and then I'll finally wrap him up. Let's begin with Dr. Samura Kamara. I think some of whom raise this na this platform. Yeah, APC they make things them very, very clear, which is but very true. So man they look and say nah in their own interests, yes, because they're the opposition. But most of the things that when they say now for tomorrow bye now to with democracy. Yeah. I make mention of this in I think 2 or 3 presentation points ago that the parliament and the Speaker of Parliament not the help for build the democracy in us alone. Even from the SLPP members, then when they come out, when they speak, you they ask yourself question, what's in them they talk. You they ask yourself question, really them if they know if they're ready for make peace or let the country move go forward. Honestly, I tell anybody, every one of the listeners, if this government will get any backing of the international community, yeah, trust me, or outside and gets good funding, they know they listen to no dialogue. Nothing that they go on. They don't listen nobody. But because it's been like peg around this money way, the MCC this, whether that, so now that make them even give listening ears to the APC. But apart from that, majority party, not in fact, they already don't predetermine how the outcome of this dialogue. Because when you listen to some of their statements, them when you listen what and they do, or when you see what and they do, that tells you they are not ready. You look at a whole council, you go put acting mayor. Who's part for the law? Wait till you say if we bring acting mayor at the eve of dialogue. At the eve of dialogue, Speaker of Parliament, they threaten parliamentarians them. So if these people really be serious or they be really determined for say, oh, now push, now bring this thing together, now before move relation go before. Some of the NTR where they happen on the side, they know for they happen. But these people, like I tell you, if only things be favor them very well, financially they flow, the economy they go on, then they listen to APC. APC that they if now I go cry any side. But because basically they never forget the backing of the international community, more especially the EU, the MCC, waiting and call all anything and now that make them they give listen years now. Because if they want for give listen years, from time they for don't open that domotry, no cannot say to list here one time. That takes me to the chief minister's statement. You know, certain time and I don't know if they can think say everybody know they read. Go back to the EU report. The EU report states and very clear say some parts they now the south. They normally get opposition representative in a police station. So how they get all the RRF papers them or RRF forms them? How they get them? He said they get every political party get them. It's not true. If every political party me get them, then the EU report then no you say they say the truth. So certain things and the way people and think say other people and not they think at all. This law just talk no more. If they may get them completely from station 1 to station almost 100 where they set up that waiting and call. Trust me, these arguments needy. Because if I don't present them, that make way people like say, APC una get this, una carry them. They do not have everything. It's a very, very clear thing. We don't get that. This is a very logical way you listen. The report, you don't tell you say, these people do not have representative in all police stations. How did they get all the RF forms there? It's not possible. So certain things that the way they can talk, they can think people are not they think. People are this lot just talk and so now waiting and call. If APC me get the complete RF form, sometimes this argument or this debate, whether they say becoming not to debate me see. This therefore don't take a more other than that. So the one way they get, even if they put all together, waiting and get outside the party representative, then they not get all. So how then they go put some before? This is not other point where people don't ever know so the way the opposition don't be go na court. You go na court, you not get all the evidence for go submit. How you they go claim her now? It go let people understand certain things. Talking about the relativeness, okay, don't like way they say, now they know say they relate. Whether me they throw words them by themselves or waiting them, waiting them may happen. In the chief minister not enough say, no, that one we fumble and now Monday and a wife na me auntie. Una law treat them well, law before we come together. Police them una react, una behave well. When things don't come back, I tell you, we want to create the soft ball so everybody can able to understand. If we want for safe democracy, na salon. Not like when they say then they go back to the TRC. You see, now we want for reference TRC. From day one, when we did not platform here, they make reference to this TRC report. This is what they do. TRC me don't say this. Now this leads to conflict. Somehow I should say conflict. In fact, people and they will vex. But now then they go back to so. For tell you say that document is still relevant in our country. I've said this, even Canada, then gets TRC every year. Then they review them, then they watch them page by page. Then they teach them at the universities them. You know waiting because they know they make that same mistake they again. But look, we own them. Now we problem, then how they reference them. The courts not even know say they say me one people away, me contribute immensely for me to get one other country as a result of injustice. Now when they go so, now make them say that they reference and then they wait till then call. Now go they normal, go see the outcome. But for me, as far as I'm concerned, is what the chief minister they say na debate. For me, not to debate. They've already concluded waiting them go get for do, waiting they want. That's all. So APC, don't like way Samura they say that they do rerun election. I don't think say that it will happen as alone forever. The only election where they are ready for now, now 2028. For this one, is still a settled. Now that make it they go back say to the rule of law, the rule of law. What to make it the courts end the rule of law because we don't get government, then don't set parliament, don't set up judiciary, every executive don't set up. The government they run. So you're not able to go over Tondani. I not see that judiciary then as alone. We get that power day. We get that authority there for go over Tondani election thing or whatever. You know, then they think herself. If now one all the reference say look at now they rogue now then this for this result or this election it don't done now it don't done still a settle. If you give cause for let them sit down and let them beg APC let them kneel down and beg APC but this why don't done. So Samura then they only pull and I say waiting they go do election they win back and you own term for presidency or whatever let put them back it don't done. But as far as me concerned, if we want to move democracy go before, ECSL not for be left out of this particular discussion. ECSL for them at that table day because they are the cause, they are the center of this entire thing. They are the hub. If they say they want for settle democracy in a salon or they want for move forward with this thing, if they left ECSL, now a sad mistake. They will not miss and totally. Because where we are today is as a result of ECSL. Then carelessness, the wickedness, then deliberate acts. How would you conduct this kind of election? From the word go, people are cautioning you guys. They never listen to anybody. They knew what they were doing. So now I make AYV the show Sunday. I posted it there. Una they bring discussion on the written call. Una they left ECSL behind. When I say ECSL, now the government they can't show. No. APC has never got an issue with the SLPP. You have issue with the ECSL. Why are they discussing with the governments now and leaving out the ECSL? They should bring them on board. Let them answer them question there. Let them give with the results. Then the APC will not say yes. This now we self make with stupidity. Now we spoil everything. So now go sit down back. Now say to now we go down the drawing board and clear without them. But if they say that they left ECSL and they tell everybody 2028 similar thing they happen, nothing not they come out the end because they have got the leverage points. Now when she don't hold the leverage points in project, it don't done. That project they now you earn. That makes that impossible and you able to pull them. Anyhow you do and when she don't hold that point, they don't done. Now they so. Mohamed Conway see this so they never even sack and safe. No matter what APC they say na shake the leper. They're not able for sack and they sack and matter be only they pull and they back they conduct 2028 election clean. So the APC they jump. They're not waiting in leper. I think that's me answer.
Thank you very much, Alpha.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I want to say thanks to Alpha for your contribution today. You just join me. Now day one of the dialogue. Yes, Omar, what can you get on this one, sir?
Good evening, good night, day to everybody who listen. I want to say thank you to the previous contributors. Thank you very much for yourself, your hard work. What you miss with this, my brother? To me, it looked like say with a beat a dead horse. This is clear, ladies and gentlemen. But one thing I want to send an advice to Samura. If people would listen. We don't say this now before, and some of we will continue for say, I will not hate APC at all. I absolutely believe say Marabio not win this election. If not be run up, the reason is There's no way if them wire been clearly feels say this election, then count them, then get them genuinely. Then people now the paper themselves, now them before they speak for them. Then they pull the paper and they them before they throw away and we face say, when I look the paper then. What you know they talk about? Look the paper then. But why they hold on to the paper then? Why they hold on to the paper then? So that for just tell we see what is Samura they ask for is unrealistic. Why I say that? When you there in conversation like that, whether you call it dialogue, if like what we done in a union, with people and where they be in, the union member them, then sit down. Some man they call for 10% increase. Some man they call for medical benefits. Some man they call for a lot of stuff. But where we they go, we get for be careful what we don't go put on the table because then people are then so angry. They mind them all. Then they visit, then they pay union dues. They don't sweat. Then they work hard for this. They don't work hard for this company. The company buyers. Una they go. Una go speak for we. Una go talk for we. Now this we don't tell una. Now this we want. Now una know. We didn't take nothing less. What we have to go? If we don't know what thing we go do, we go with that same attitude. Well, guess what? We they meet the company, then self sit down, then self get them lawyers them, then self hold aside them. Then back, then they wait. When they draw, we draw. When we draw, we draw. We last union negotiation, it run at the governor. The governor. Now I can say to like 3 years ago, now the mayor, because the company hold back. And so we say for the lost money, we're not going to give you a free medical. We're not going to give you this. No, we cut this. We'll go give this. We'll go do 3% raise annually. We'll go do this. So no more we give and take. Half. So when Samura, because they see the pressure from the APC hardliners them, and then they put pressure, we they see them, we they read them, nothing less than re-election. We need to take nothing less than re-election. We need to take nothing less than them paper for pull them. Hey, then you now, when are the negotiator where they go now for go speak? Because what is Samura they speak to? Trust me, I don't know, I don't want to meet Samura. I grew up in an area where they say I didn't grew up, but the power women I know. And they say this all the time. That man way not to conflict man. Not to conflict man. I know, but you don't see the man in demeanor, not to conflict man. But I they see and they think here where they go with now say we want a rerun, we want this. Nothing the way people liberty office. And we they see videos them all the time where the APC and them, the hardcore them, the demand and the things them we they want. We get for be reasonable. This election, they don't vote done. They don't swear in the president. They don't denounce as a president for over 100 days. Tripoli, over 100 days. We got to be cognizant of that. One, na Africa we talk about now. Even the one where people and they make reference na Kenya. If Kenya they not been put laws and they not been changed their constitution, they review the constitution. Where I think that be 2005 or 2010, where they changed laws them. If not been that the old constitution, I ain't been there no more like the term where they be announced where the neck on the election people that announce say Uhuru Kenyatta na him win. Now they swear Uhuru Kenyatta in 2 hours later. Raila Odinga now one no maybe for cause that Kenya. It been for Sokana Bobby. Even for soccer and Bobby, but then Uhuru Kenyatta not be for turn back and say no go vote. But now because they change laws, they review the constitution. Law they will tell us no, when you win, you get 1 month, 2 months, 3 months before they swear you in. So you're not still president-elect. So the opposition get a time for going to court. And when they go to court, if the court overturn, then we not go back into police station because you're not the president anymore. You're not just an elect president. Now that's give that cushion in Kenya, where they go through what they go through. So people they need to understand that. And people and they continue back, they talk say APC not get fed with SLPP na neck. Not true, they're not get fed to SLPP. But what people that talk say they're not get fed to the government, now neck na part of the government. Or ECSL. ECSL na part of the government. Na part of the government. Just like what in Alpha say. APC not been there. Now all the police station them, now the South, according to the report where EU pull. That's true. But the question here is, let's say APC been get all the card. Let's say APC been get every single polling station, then get the tabulation card, then they hold them at their hand. What in the constitution say? He said now only one person you now we guarantee. Now in the go. Then at the Electoral Commission of Sierra Leone. So even if APC been get a own, let's say Naim Amekon is a fully he go show and say, look, now this we get to. So I don't know what the number then we then get. Because we they see right now in Liberia, UP, Joseph Nyumabwake in party, they don't hold press conference, but where then say, then get their own paper, then get their tabulation, then get everything where show say, then don't win this election on the first ballot. Well, look now, where their own neck count then the camp. Look, because the first 2 days, Joseph Nyumabwaka been the win completely, been they up. Now look who side they go. George Weah don't take over. Even not with a large margin, but it don't take over. Because even though the opposition, Nyumabwaka and people in the talk say, we get we your paper then. Look there. They just say we win. We don't win. But we see now how the neck they dip and count. And we see we for be ashamed. Look how Liberia get this correct. I don't say this couple of days ago. Look how Liberia gets this correct. Look how then they go. Look how then people and then they sit down on the open. Everybody they see the how then they content. They call police station number by number, pin by pin, everything. They take almost a week. But yesterday they watch and they listen to one Liberian online show where they call Focus Liberia. Even the opposition guys them. One guy they don't they call Kamara way in the heavy supporter of the UP party. He himself admits say the NEC they do a good job. They make everything transparent. Even the opposition party and the small one then guys and be there at that talk show yesterday. Then the talk say yes, the NEC they do a good job. Then just get some little hiccup, but it's very transparent. Then they see everything. We not see us alone. So now make me they always they go back to we constitution. Like when they don't begin to talk now, then they talk about that old thing will bring the war. Because now people in the talk say we're APC, then for answer something. No, what to me they say is what I want to say as an advice. If then two people here don't come to one, where they agree say that waiting at that paper they themselves wouldn't be right, but what's their name during the war, reconciliation, the TRC report. If they bring in the TRC report, then they all agree for redo the constitution, like where I read the chief minister, they say, let them do an overhaul. Let everybody, one thing I understand, self, where yesterday I've been the list where Sierra Leone not get constitutional lawyers, we not get them. We just like what we not get doctors, we not get specialist doctors in Sierra Leone. You go see a family practice doctor, where it go tell you what you head, and tell you what your foot, and tell you what your neck. Now the kind lawyers who go in a salon, we not get constitutional lawyers in. I don't even think we not get specialty lawyers in a salon. Now I could see all them Ibrahim Tommy, all them guy who can talk. They don't know nothing but the constitution. As I go tell you for free, all them lawyers and they now all what thing we know now themselves know. Not to constitutional lawyers them. America now will sit down and they see them. Even with the lawyers, make a case now try they are called lawyer. The lawyer what call them, even though when na family law, certain part they say, he not qualify, he not covered it. In only relegation, another thing. The other one are real estate. But in your real estate is different. In only they talk like if they want for sell house, not to wait family, then they go through divorce or they want. They're so unique. And then they tell you, say, no, I know qualified it. Because you know what? If in put in handy, if they lost in license, it go lost some. Just like medical. If you're not neurosurgeon, now you mistake go do spine, where you're not a spine surgeon or you're not spine surgeon because neurosurgeon can do spine. But you're not spine surgeon, if not spine no more you qualify for. Now you mistake go do neuro, mistake touch any part towards the brain. You don't lost your license. Because not till you pass down there. You not for go near there. You not go be ENT doctor, then you go begin the talk but operate somebody in foot. You don't lost your license. Will not get that kind in Sierra Leone. The lawyers they mix, they call them general. We need forget if the government wants to spend money, Lord, we bring in international, if the Americans them, British them, even Nigerians them. But Lord, we bring in international conflict lawyers them. We bring in lawyers them, we're good into constitutional lawyers them. Let we overhaul this thing. I tell you what, all is not lost. Because people in the talk like say, Armageddon, they come. All is not lost. Because if we strengthen the institution, where we they take the ECSL away from the executive, we take the judiciary, the appointment of the judiciary away from the executive, we take the appointment of the parliament clerk, the appointment of the finance, the financial, the controller. We take some key institutions and we get something for do with governance, with country. Then important and the police. We make sure say the president not get any control again, and then people here now only certain people and that then they able to pull them. Maybe them for make themselves say now we the people them go only fire them. President not go able. Let them redo the constitution. Then do one in way that way in the next election, let them give the people them. Liberia na 3 months and then give people them for register. Salona 2 weeks. How you go give who will pass Liberia? Then give them on them 3 months. We na 2 weeks. When then go make all them things and they say, please give the people them 2 years. Let them take them time. Let them sit down, then grab them, wash their face, then relax, then go register, then cancel them. Make that available. Give them 2 years for register. Everything, let them will not get any more black and white. Let them make this constitution. Now it don't come to clear. Because before, we they see the past government them, the way things are doing to clear. Look how much social media we do now. Look how much online we don't call it now. Now things they don't work. And as by Chroma in tip them little bit. But matter the income for the Instagram. With a white child like Fat Foot Mountain. So the next president said the same thing. So now we not sleep. We are there abroad, even do under the salon. People don't wake up. So for me, but for say this government then go forfeit everything and go back into election. I don't know God gave everything, but let we focus on the constitution. Let we focus on the constitution and make sure say we institutions them, we strengthen them and move them away from the presidency appointment. Because that 19, they still they tell people 1991 constitution caused a lot of harm. But when people like say, now the people yes, what thing David Sengeh be the talk about today? Everything where David Sengeh talk, he talk about rule of law, he talk about constitution. Now that same constitution though they fed so. I thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you very much, Umar. Thanks to Umar for your contribution. Just to join me, day one of the dialogue between the government of Sierra Leone and the All People's Congress, the APC party. It don't kickstart to the opening statement of the government representative, where na Dr. Moinina Sengeh, and also that of Dr. Samura for the APC. Well, Ezekiel, welcome, sir. What do you get for it today?
Thank you so much, Triple. Thanks to the panelists. Sorry, I've been there in and out. I'm not able to get much about what Dr. Sengeh be say. I've been get few small things where Dr. Samura be say. But listening to the panelists, I believe I get the gist of most of waiting they at hand. I think the tough part, let's say, not even for let them do the election again. But if they're able to succeed and push the idea that they for sure we all numbers and we say ECS pull their numbers and they let them show them, they match them. What if they do that? Number come, nobody not get 56%. As we in the be read for President Bill. What thing will happen? So we get a lot of things that way they hinge on everything. Or then go put that day aside. Nobody no need for see. Usai the man engineer from him. Usai pull him. Nobody no need for connector. Nobody no need. We no need for see him. How the issue go solve? The moment we just push and at the side and say, okay, let's move forward. It can for happen. Everybody knows we camp. We all go can at the table and say, let's move forward. And so no more we go deeper. That's no more now the country go deeper all the time. And, so the whole thing is so confusing, so difficult, and it's really tough. Usai, we leaders then they take we. I not really understand. Usai then they take we. The other day somebody they say, oh, mediator, then just they come and can't talk, nothing, not it want for talk say, oh, then just they come and talk about issues and then they left. I'm like, no, not to that day. It was a way then don't mediate everything before if the mediation they end up for succeed, agreement for Didi. Like simple contract, If something happen in a village, we all don't get her, and then the chief, then all man don't talk, and then they say, okay, pa you not get right. Although we move forward now for big this person. Before that whole gathering, we end up for scatter with everybody happy. We then get wrong, get it big. The end of the mediation. So agreement they did, and then people obey them. But waiting at they see now with leaders, then they do, then they gather, make some agreement on things, but nobody they put them into action. Before election, they be meet. Talk about some things there. Nobody not even emphasize on that. If they be meet before election, then talk, then we then scatter from that meeting. All of a sudden, we they see what's supposed to happen. Bo and born office, and we they see, then they drive, then they chase people up, and no action no happen. No matter how we redefine with constitution and everything, if the police and the military ever be neutral for protect Sierra Leoneans, every Sierra Leoneans, they not see every Sierra Leoneans as somebody where is precious. Look what thing they happen. Other places where war they happen. How then they talk and then they look for them people. Look how then they feel for them people. Yeah, now we say now we they catch we young people beat them because for power no more. Kill them. But they even come up with that talk. They don't care. No love. As long as they get power, that's all they care about. So I don't know how you go write. You can write this constitution now. Human beings that still get for uphold this constitution. Moment that a put in party day and accept the constitution, they a party go do the ranked behavior. They tell you, oh, let's you come back and reconcile. Don't disadvantage people, millions of people, thousands of people, some people don't die. I don't know, my brother. The constitution will write them now. People still get for uphold them and use them. Look how then they bend themselves. Look how then they strain themselves for a small loophole per constitution so that they go stay in power. Why they continue for disadvantaged people? And then you see them they turn without they send leg naya for just for connect something adjustment way they don't make this year 1991 2023. Then they go all over the place. Advantage with people them. They not care. As long as love not there, you go write this constitution. If the military not be neutral, then they see. They go for go campaign at corner, then they throw tear gas. No good reason. If they be neutral, now protect them for make sure say everything goes smooth. You no need for tell anybody. The one go campaign, then just they call the city, would they come and hold campaign under. All of a sudden they put everything in place. Where the man go, he's protected. You write this constitution and whatever, if the military and the police, they not put their ranker business per politics and just focus on the way people. Nonsense will they every time. In Sierra Leone, I don't know what have been the talk today. It's a way something they can't do. They take her to the extent. What be starting at Liberia, we can at Sierra Leone. When we begin even for teaching Liberians, they have to be cruel to their young people. We them mandate they be they do things and to we people like say na other country then come on. Mandate they na this village today, they can't take over, then go with them. He come back next week. You na bloody civilian. One talking 140 years off. What's wrong with we in Sierra Leone? Waiting. Businesses we feel like small picking in a playground. Now other person for camp can't tell we waiting for do. Time we open more, we suffering. The only reason why we they talk that is not because we not do the right thing. When you treat people and right and do the right thing, we don't need foreigners. Very grassroots people and then go come to you and say, thank you, sir. Love now will not get for we country, will not get love for we people. If they rewrite the constitution today, you'll get the ranker guy who will continue for contour himself and cause problem for we again. Feel it higher. I want to show love for this country and do the right thing for we people. Can't tell me bullshit say you action way to take nine at the right thing. No, if nine at the right thing, we don't get peace in this country. Thing is wrong somewhere. We want to put on our action together and do our right for we people. How long will we go there for this? And they talk them over and over. They fix constitution or not, whether we do the right thing or not. Next election, the awareness will be even rampant and fast and furious past the waiting when they see so. So you will not want to do the right thing, continue for the ranker business. 2028, the furiousness we go see will be even more than this because people are aware. Education they fly all over the place, understanding they all over the place, people and they all over the place. Access to information is a continue for increase and it will continue for increase. So if we not do the right thing, we all know get peace in that country and we need for stopper. And why I say we all know they get peace, just like what thing they happen right now. Things and difficult people and they go hard time. You wait in that leadership, you know they even enjoy. I don't know about you. They're in power and every day people and they call you or people and they swear you. Now sleep, you know they sleep. Something wrong with you. But we really need for put we country first and do the right thing for we people. So the reconciliation, waiting the day for right now. The EB scratch one of them. So the other. We able for push the ESL for let them pull the numbers. For that time the number match and not match and show say nobody no be get 50% or and above. What thing will happen? Thing will happen. So all my put your hat down, yeah. So we do the right thing. Country go before. Necessary for law we redo some things for fix waiting we need for fix once and for all. All my step down from ego and law we do them. Or else we will just go continue for the hala because the international community then go continue for see the reality. If then go and then they see waiting at the reality and we want for do what we want for do. All right, we are on our own. Thank you so much, Triple A. God bless we all.
Thank you very much, Ezekiel.
Yes, sir.
I want to say thanks to Ezekiel for his contribution today. Just to join we. Auntie Sylvia say, in don't sue the EU observation team, election team, now with Supreme Court. And don't tell EU learn no say they get amnesty. Alright, learn a knockout the one day before.
Please leave your message.
Okay, it look like say the woke all anti-sal today. Alright, 5 calls here. The phone line open now. Phone line open. 5 calls. Let me hear it from you. If you get anything about this one. But if you feel to say, all man don't talk their own and their own reflect your own, then in the next 2 minutes to the left here. But if you get anything for hard, now your opportunity this. Now take 10 put smart per fumble talk. Uncle and in nephew. Now take 10 put smart per then talk, yeah? Uncle Samu. Yes, good Rich. 3 minutes. What you get for me?
Yeah, good morning from Tokyo. Yeah, I don't listen to all which is the first thing I saw Sylvia and you think way there and a distraction to start with. But I am very, very hopeful for what I see today. Chief Minister Dr. Samura Kamara, the negotiators, let us not jump into conclusion. Let us get patient. We don't patient from June 24 all the way to this time. Let us not jump into conclusion. Things then they come out. As negotiation they go on, you get for your things that they come out. Now we don't know say we get a family inside government, we get a family inside opposition. We don't say we get auntie there, we get uncle them. So until the nephew then get for come back, maybe in the next setting. There are certain key points then I've been really touched at the chief minister in message. I know they speak for ECSL. We get we own RRF forms. Mohammed Kone, since they begin this drama, and they talk, they say anything at today. I say I didn't at the conference, they not the place there. To the West government will me know. Then they try for dinner, then you lane. Then Mohammed Kone you laying dinner in you lane dinner at the center right now because ABC they so then they so. Then they try for dinner, then no jump into conclusion. That closed door, the people then we come for can hold this particular dialogue. Not two people then with the inside salon where the ambassador, the American ambassador, say no, forget about that thing. Not to the one who want to settle here. We want trustworthy people from outside who go come and sit down among them two people here. Everybody got for bringing your thing out. If the chief minister get the RRF forms with all the political parties and to all the regions that we didn't sign, the European Union gets their own, APC get their own. I don't feel say kiss day. Let's put on a table. Let's see how it come. And me know say the government go kind go tell say yes, now this we get, and now this man give we. We don't know how he come up to this particular conclusion. And let's go to the constitution and ECSL. ECSL not a part of government. Now independent body for the people of Sierra Leone. Now the referee between anybody who get a political party there. The constitution say put them very clear. Then they nominate them, go through parliament. We get for blame we self to what in they take place. You know, sometimes in the we they put the blames into politics, but we self get for change our attitudes. If they bring you for can referee game between Manchester and Chelsea, you know the referee they decide for take side. Not to FIFA, not the problem. Now you credibility they on the line. You know, then people then they all will be on the whole election and they're not being get all the drama. Yeah. If Mohammed Khan no say now the people of Sierra Leone they represent, you know, go alliance for let go through all the thing, yeah. All the country they are deadlock and all that stuff here where they go on. Lord give peace a chance. The man is not ready for discourse. The man is not form their team, then go behind closed door. The people then wake up for can hold that dialogue, they then go sit down, they then go listening on behalf of the people of Sierra Leone. History go judge to anything will come out from that place. The chief minister say one thing, now certain thing they will not talk so. Law wait, law go inside closed door, we go come up to a conclusion. The tune is changing. Look at this thing. The tune is changing. The problem here is if Mada Bio win this election, point clear, Lord put on at the table. Lord move on. If the election not reach to a point where we know say this, let them find way for solve a problem. But we not go sit down a country where nothing not to go on. We do just make things like say things and they happy. The country not move since this election here. So if today God don't come bring this thing, everybody decide for sit down, we say, okay, Lord, get a dialogue and think, Lord, not jump into conclusion. Lord, give peace a chance. This now the last hope we get. This not to say I not trust Supreme Court, okay, I not trust this judge, not to feature and show this. This is not a different movie. Now the international community now sit down there. We'll get credibility. We'll all be the cry for. Lord, not jump into conclusion. Now me won't take this, my brother.
All right, thank you very much, Good Gage. Yes, Mohammed, welcome. 3 minutes, sir.
Thank you very much, Triple A. Me, the one thing we I just wanna out of all we I listen to the two people and we come in, especially the Samura Kamara and the chief minister. They're far away apart in the sense one person they come in the stand say bring out the truth. Lord, we take up from there. We not believe say this process, and so it goes so far. The other one come is say, we know they come for me, we broke the law. But the law where you know they come for broke, the rules that more than be put, the other party they try for claim say, the rules where them put it incomplete. Complete whether for complete the process, it has to be ECSL. Why ECSL not dey into these discussions? Wait to make ECSL and the chief minister can now openly say, I'm not there for talk, but about I'm not there for represent ECSL. I'm not there for more we can broke the law. Anything we do here, we do into the law. So what in they try for tell we? They try for tell we say if APC now go through the court, through the law for me and get the whatever they want forget, they no go come broke the law for make then get then give APC within APC wants. So who that they in charge of this law and how this law if you are like the egg and the chicken and the egg. So who is gonna bring this thing on the light? How this procedure get for go? I they come back and say I'm very, very optimistic, but I hope for be optimistic, but I not see much we get for commodity based on waiting I read today. Because there's nothing similar. Maybe the ruling party come and tell we say
These people, they don't ask for this demand, but now so far we go cool. But it's totally totally different. I don't think say we go able to get much out of this. Now time no more than the waste. For me, then bam, and then they end up they say they want there. One person claims say this is not like this country, the other one claims say this is not like this country. This one not do what works and for do this one not do what works and for do. The part the how they call them, the government probably they may not budge. So I mean, I just know my opinion that one day. Probably I might be wrong, but when a negotiation and when a first sale we can judge, but I don't think much is gonna come out of this. The only thing is they will force APC say when I come back na the na parliament, na this na the aim. Rather than that, nothing more. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mohammed. I'll call again. No. You call inside London. You'll be called no worry with a return you call. If you been called, watch your phone. Yes, Batonga, 3 minutes.
Yes, good morning. Yesterday, while we dey watch the negotiation they go on, I don't really see anything different. APC still the outside the day, and the chief minister clearly show we say a day outside day and not get the authority for authorize a new election. You're right about that. The only people that will get the authority right now for authorize election, now parliament. Parliament will pass a bill for say okay, if we show proof, if the ECSL not show proof of the winning of the president, then we'll get for authorize new election. I think at this point now the parliament some will do that. Because APC they refuse to go na courts, and if you refuse to go na courts, the president really not get that authority there. But parliament can act like say then they just go with anything what the president say. And for the past 5 years, especially this past 5 years, it clearly anything, even if it's a legal thing, parliament go pass them. So we will say now waiting there for be the way forward with this negotiation. Honestly, me not see anything will happen. Maybe the president will say I will give up some position, like way people then they say power sharing or got national unity government. National unity government they will can side because everybody get their own policy, everybody get their own ideology. And they get them way where they go on for one government. If APC can do power sharing government with Mother Bill in your own way of governance, it's different from any other president I don't see. You know, a guy been the way they call Alpha Saidu. If me na man who they believe in more man, Alpha Saidu now go make me more man. Because all what thing is say it go happen if this man become president. Now this is so. Every single thing where that man they line up is in a this go happen. Would they see that page for page? So me, I don't know. I don't really feel say better get for come up from this. Add up go mona them brother them. They already they threaten say who they want go. People then say I sell me oats for make a be MP. So you go say now when you go want for go back. And I don't know the question. And I believe say what you know Bangu they say people don't get for come, they get for go. They're not going to the add up. But the chief minister be they talk about reform this constitution we all man they go on about. You know, I be don't say this before. We more been set up this TIA puts a lot of loopholes for the ruling party, especially the president. And I let loopholes and they don't use Anes Koma go can use them, Mara Bio himself go can use them, but they go only grumble where they didn't have the opposition. So Me no know, but I don't see anything better there. There is not going to be any other election. Una, good morning.
Thank you very much, Batunga. Yes, Abubakar, you get 3 minutes, sir.
Oh, Mr. Tukule, good evening, sir. How are you? Yeah, first and foremost, Maka say, sympathize with you because this other day I already talk say you get a call during the course of the program from Freetown to tell you say they don't go cut the cable, electricity cable now. Now you place here now. I mean, this not just the issue that they deal with way they out they try for pray for ladies country go before. Yeah, with respect to this dialogue between the APC and the SLPP government with the power right now, now a very unfortunate situation. Both of those parties would note say the 1991 constitution, it gets a lot of pitfalls. And yet, APC didn't power for 11 years. They know about the deficiencies of this constitution, and yet they not try to do anything for try for change them. Because they know say if they do any changes until the change will come back for hunt them. And they use that same constitution for justify the firing of the vice president after the second election, where they know full well say the president will get the constitutional right for do that today, and yet they take the constitution for justify that action them. Well, SLP they come into power, then see the deficiency of this constitution, and yet then do some of the things in this constitution for try for give them some leverage. We don't create this situation who they pass with it. So APC they will cry foul, but they had the opportunity to do something about this constitution. They didn't do it. And then what they say, when they come, they know that and they've done the plan for say when they can say they will do something we will potentially keep them in power for a long time. So this dialogue is fine for the good of the country, and we hope and pray say then we'll bring for Bingham, they will for narrow the differences between the two of them, and they will form a team where you go look into this constitution for bring out some things that this constitution will be very troubling for the country. Very troubling. Yeah. I mean, of course, APC then come then complain about all these things will be go on at the election. We should very clearly foresee SLPP then get an agenda. Of course, Mr. Chief Minister come inside, address all of the issues the way APC bring about. Address any of them. And of course, when the man is for say, then whatever we get for do, it get for be within the framework of this constitution. That means say APC, no matter all their complaints, once they don't decide, say they need to go to court. Of course, no external body, no matter whether it is the almighty European Union or the UN, no can dictate to Sierra Leone something where Sierra Leone and they for able for do on their own. Now make all this social media stuff up, they go for say, oh, the EU they can't remove President Bio, the African Union, the ECOWAS they can't remove President Bio. It's not going to go nowhere. This might be just on social media misinformation where they go up and where they hype a lot of APC supporters and we hope say, well, they can't get a rerun of the election. A rerun, I mean, Parliament will get for that one day. Nothing say Parliament will ever do that one day. So would they pray for the best? If we get something better, that's fine. Would they pray for peace and unity in Canada country day? APC, this one now a lesson for them. Sometimes they look for say as they kick their foot, they cook themselves at their foot. If SLP out an agenda, and of course all those missteps that APC took for discouraging people from participating in that census, the registration and everything, of course, me if you say the best way them for be do now for boycott election altogether, not for being participate at all. That would have given them more credibility. Of course, with all the infighting with them a day with this team matter within a court, everybody go say, you know what, these guys were not ready for this election. Of course, I mean the whole world will feel say yes, this election was stolen, and we just hope say the ESL, wherever we don't get their figures the way they announce election with, we hope say they will produce those figures for let the world see. Because call this election for the president, they not get data for support that call date. And that's one of the things APs they ask for. Let us see the data, whatever it is. Let us see the disaggregated data. Make them provide them, so that they will go help for bring some closure to this matter. So thank you very much, Mr. Tripoli. My own contribution to this discussion. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Abubakar. All right. Say thanks to Abubakar for your contribution. Thanks, I don't return everybody in call. Yeah, I don't return all man in call. Thank you to all man we participate. We know say everybody we talk now, all waiting and say now on their own. Yeah? It's impossible to talk here. Even waiting me they talk now on my own. Not on share network. But we'll go there back tomorrow. Day 2. You been pray Sunday. Like how Dr. Samura been say, all man for pray. Friday, Muslims them. Sunday is the Christians there. Alright. Hopefully, whatever discussion take place, let Salon win. Yeah? Because Auntie Sylvia, it depends on rights now. We left daddy for tomorrow. They say gentle don't pull on. You just say no mix again pan politics, and they go back pan business. Only they agree. But now wait tomorrow. Yeah? Hey. You go come pull on like that. If you don't TP connection, they promise you. Okay. Mozi, I'm tired for real. I said today if I get cool stuff for Gladdy. But let me leave here. Tomorrow, I become energized. Yeah? We have to go live. So I just to the left with that. Not lie. On a agree, safe. On a agree today, on a agree tomorrow. Gentle, you go nowhere. You they act like me. And you they call if I say they go back for business. No. Who is fully no? Till we meet back to my tata, yeah? I need that rest day.